Fucking hate this shit. Alright, we're live, I guess. Doesn't work this time, I'm not doing it, because I'm not... Oh, yeah, it's already dropping. It's already dropping. I'll wait like 5 minutes to come in here, but I doubt this will work again. Really fucking pissed off right now. Yeah, nobody's even here. Clearly nobody fucking cares. I think MFK is trying to comment. You gotta unblock him if this thing will load. Jesus Christ. Alright, MFK is unblocked. He's here. Looks like the stream's still going. Alright, well, guess I'll just wait for a few more people to show up. As you guys can tell, I'm in a shitty mood. Nothing's fucking working. The internet keeps disconnecting. My fucking interface just decided it's not gonna work, and the audio quality sounds like complete shit when I play audio back, and it won't even recognize my microphone. So I'm on a headset. So yeah, things are going just great. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play each song, and then afterwards I'm gonna discuss the meaning of the song, what particular bands and songs inspired the songs, and yeah. Yeah, just wait for some people to show up. Is there anybody even in the chat? Alright. Yeah. I'll do the stream, but I'm in a really fucking shitty mood. Nothing's working. Alright. Yeah, what's up, MFK? What's up, Lunatic? Glad to see you guys here. So yeah, nothing's fucking working. My internet just disconnected 2 times. My interface decided that it's just not gonna work. And the audio playback sounds like complete ass, and my microphone won't even it won't even recognize my XLR microphone. So I'm on a headset. I was gonna perform the whole album after the listening party, but that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. So I would have really loved to fucking do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through, play each song, and then after each song, just tell you guys the meaning of the song, what inspired the song, blah blah blah. So let's get into the first track, A Taste of Evil. Alright, so that was the first track off of One with the Darkness, A Taste of Evil. Definitely one of my favorite tracks on the album. I'm very proud of that one. And as you guys know, I'm re-recording the whole album with real instruments, real guitar, real bass. I'm still going to program the drums, but I'm using Easy Drummer, so it's going to sound a bit more realistic, and then obviously redone vocals. It's going to be great. I'm going to do some double-tracked vocals in some areas. It's going to be really cool. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. But yes, Taste of Evil, one of my favorite songs on the album. Really proud of how it came out. Excuse me for a sec. Sorry. Alright, so I'm going to first talk about what musically inspired the song and then what lyrically inspired the song. So, musically, it's got the little sample in the beginning. Kind of ambient, kind of dark. Then you get some clean guitar. This clean guitar is actually it's actually a redone intro from my project Dissemination of Despair. For the real OGs out there, you'll remember that I used to make instrumental music on SoundCloud by the name of JJYT. So Dissemination of Despair had a clean intro that sounds very similar to A Taste of Evil, and it was inspired by the intro of Beneath the Remains by Sepultura. So yeah, I was very inspired by that clean intro, the kind of eerie intro. Then obviously it breaks in with all instruments with distortion, and then it just breaks into this thrash riff, kind of thrash riff. Then the vocals go solo, I scream Morticide. I was originally going to have a pause there, but I decided to fill it in by screaming Morticide. Then obviously very thrashy. And then most of the song just takes influence from three main songs. Clenching the Fist of Dissent by Machine Head. That dun 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 is kind of a variation of the dun 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 riff in that song. And then kind of 3-0, a little bit of 3-0 in there by Slipknot. The dun 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 dun. Like you guys recognize that if you've heard 3-0, that's in the chorus. And then Isolation by Sepultura as well. Something just fell. Isolation by Sepultura as well. Didn't really inspire it, but I just took inspiration because that song is a badass riff, and I just wanted to make a badass riff. So that's kind of like, I guess, the second verse, or whatever, however the fuck that goes. And then lyrically, it's about society. So I'll just read you the lyrics. I'll just go through and read you the lyrics. So, division runs rampant through society, stripping us all of compassion. Bastards, stuck up and negligent, all competing for notoriety. So it's just basically talking about how divided society is and how our leaders are just stuck up assholes that don't give a shit and just want to line their pockets. Then the pre-chorus, change, something mankind can't grasp, freedom, something slowly dying, nothing do, we just sit back and let it happen. So basically, about how people are just blind to what's going on in society, blind to how humanity is fundamentally falling apart from the inside, and they just sit back and don't do shit about it. Then will you be the sheep in the herd, or will you be the wolf in the pack? So basically, will you be part of the crowd that just goes along with it and doesn't question anything, or will you be the one that questions everything and stands up, basically? Then it goes into verse 2, right wing, left wing, doesn't mean a fucking thing. We're all getting shafted equally. Chaos it will bring until we rise up and fight. So I'm an independent. These are all these political lyrics. There's only like 2 or 3 songs on the album that are political. The rest of it's all personal shit. So I'm an independent. So basically what I'm saying here is I don't give a fuck if you're Republican, Democrat, right, left, conservative, liberal. We're all getting fucked. And then pre-chorus again. The chorus, the more I see, the less faith I have in these beings called humans. Put all the bullshit aside, I'm just giving you a taste of evil. So these lyrics, for the most part, on the album are pretty direct, pretty self-explanatory, not much to explain. You can read the lyrics and instantly get what I'm trying to get across. I'm not really a fan of using metaphors and you have to fucking go on an Indiana Jones fucking crusade to find the meaning of the song. I just like to put it right out there. And then nothing will change until we are through. Nothing will change until we are extinct. So basically nothing's going to change until we're gone from this planet, which, if things are going the way they're going, it might happen. Then I rewrote the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the divided states of hypocrisy and to the republic for which it crumbles, one nation under a fake God, divisible with liberty and justice for none. Pre-chorus and chorus again. What do you guys think? Am I explaining it right? Is it too boring? Just let me know. Are you happy with the way I'm explaining it? Or is it too monotonous and boring? But yeah, Taste of Evil, I'm really fucking proud of how this track came out. It's one of my favorite ones. Really, really proud. And I'm going to be even more proud when it's re-released. Re-recorded, I should say. Alright, cool. Well, let's get into the title track. Sorry about the fucking... I was really pissed off when I started the stream. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's a fucking bitch when technology doesn't work the way it's supposed to. I wanted to sing the whole album live for you guys, but I guess that's just not happening. I don't know why my interface is fucking up. It's never done this before, but whatever. Alright, let's get into the title track, One with the Darkness. Alright, so that was the title track, One with the Darkness. Now, very interesting tidbit about how this title came to be. Originally, this album was going to be self-titled, and following the Metallica tradition of the second song being a self-titled song, obviously that's why it's the second song. Now, usually on their older albums, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice, they did the second song is the title track, the fourth song is a ballad, and then the second to last song is an instrumental, except for Ride the Lightning. Ride the Lightning, the instrumental, is the last song, which I don't know why they did that, but whatever. This isn't about Metallica. Anyways, that's just a interesting thing. But anyways, this album is actually, the name of the album is actually kind of inspired by Insane Clown Posse, which is fucking insane because this music sounds nothing like ICP, but they have a song called Walk Into the Darkness from Hell's Pit, and it's like, walk into the darkness. And then I completely ripped that melody off, I guess, in this song. So I go, one with the darkness, So yeah, that's a little interesting tidbit of information. And yeah, I'm not afraid to say that I ripped off things, because I did. I could go through this entire album and tell you, oh, I stole this from this band, stole that from that band. I got no shame. Every fucking band does it. Why not just own up to it? Alright, anyways. So, yeah, the lyrics of this song is basically about a time in my life where I literally became one with the darkness. I was completely dead inside, and I just didn't care. It was mostly about my senior year in high school. The last couple months I was really just depressed, and that's where most of this album comes from. It's just those 2 months. Yeah, they were hard to say the least, but yeah, so that's what this song is just about. The lyrics basically explain it. Down in this pit again, letting all the darkness in. Is there anything left for me in this hellhole called Earth? Embrace the hatred inside, let it consume you. There's no reason to hide, become one with the darkness. And that's literally what I was doing. I was becoming one with the darkness. I was just consumed by so much hatred for everyone, because I just didn't fit in. I felt like everybody else was a bunch of fucking idiots, and I just made the effort to talk to nobody. I just keep to myself. So yeah, I ended up feeling, I had a few friends, but yeah, I ended up feeling just very alone. And yeah, trapped in this empty shell, this is my own hell. When the demons start to attack, there's no turning back. And then the chorus again, a little bridge. This is the day, this is the end, all this pain will be gone. So yeah, there's suicidal thoughts right there, like, oh, I'm gonna do it. But I never did, thankfully. I mean, got close a few times, but yeah. Alright, enough about that. Let's get into the third song, Relentless. This seems to be general consensus. Seems to be the least favorite song on the album, and I can definitely see it. This one was pretty rushed. Alright, let's get into it.
The
Alright, sorry about that. Alright, yeah, so Relentless. As I said, this seems to be the general least favorite of the album, and I can definitely see it. Was a bit rushed. Probably the most rushed song on the album. This is one of the last ones I think I completed. And yeah, the fucking recording process for this album was a mess. I think Kerry King said it best. You have your whole life to write your first record and 2 weeks to write your second. But that doesn't really relate to this. But yeah, that is a good quote though. Like take Korn for example. Anyways, I won't get into it. I get off track. Sorry. All right. This title is kind of interesting because when you think of a thrash / death metal song called Relentless, you think about like lyrics about fucking murder and shit. These lyrics are about anxiety and something that I dealt with heavily in high school and still deal with, but not too bad. Musically, this song was inspired by Vitae Infra by Killswitch Engage. The I remember the day. Blah, blah, blah. Very inspired by the way Jesse delivers the lyrics in Vitae Infra. I have opened my eyes to see the world that's around. Yeah. It's very inspired by that in terms of delivery. Musically, it's inspired by Killswitch, Soilborn, Cattle Decapitation, Death Atlas, the title track, and Whitechapel's demo of Festering Fiesta. And the rest I basically came up with that. Let's blah blah blah. I came up with that on my own, and then the ending breakdown I came up with on my own as well. So most of the musical stuff on this album is a mix of my own original things and stuff that I took inspiration from other songs. So the lyrics: I remember the day when my eyes were full of life, now they're bloodshot and restless. I don't know how to deal with these unwanted thoughts of suicide and death. So basically a bunch of dark thoughts. Just remembering childhood when you were innocent and happy and without a care in the world, and then now when you feel all this negative shit and you don't know why. There's lots of confusion in this track. Pre-chorus, the pressure starts to build. It's much more than I can take. Get the fuck away from me before I snap. So yes, just the pressure of it's not fitting in really, and the anxiety as well, coupling with that, and just wanting to be alone before you just completely lose it. Chorus: how can I have hope for a better tomorrow when today was fucking hell? These relentless thoughts about the pain have been all in vain. Pretty self-explanatory. And then possibly my laziest verse I think I've ever written: I can't brighten the gray that surrounds me every day. It affects my every move. It's killing me. I wrote down slowly killing me. I don't think I said that on the album. I think it's slowly killing, or it's I don't know, whatever the fuck I said. Yeah. Very lazy riff, definitely very last minute. And then it goes into a bridge. I want no one to cry for me. I want no one to mourn for me. I want to disappear without a fucking trace. So just wanting out of life. And it's basically wanting to disappear and not have anybody remember you even existed. Very dark shit. And I repeat, I'll crumble under crushing weight a bunch of times, then I go into this horrific high scream for like 10 seconds. That'll still be on the album, by the way, when it's re-recorded. I'll try not to make it sound so shitty and cringy. And then again, repeats: these relentless thoughts about the pain have been all in vain. Yeah. Really not fun explaining these personal songs, so we're gonna have so much fun with the last 3 tracks. The shit I do for you guys. Ah, man. Alright, let's get into Hatred. This is a fucking banger. right, that was Hatred. Yeah, probably along with Fake Religion, one of the biggest songs on the album. So these lyrics were actually written by Official Lunatic Dylan here in the chat. Also, he went under the alias Count Gowning for this, and then it features a guest solo from Slipknot MFKR Locust, which is a killer solo. What do you mean, where did everyone go? So from a lyrical standpoint, I can't really speak from where these lyrics come because I didn't write them. So if you want to explain where they came from, Dylan, be sure, or feel free to. Because these lyrics are definitely awesome. Something I can definitely relate with. And something that I did put a lot of emotion into, even though I didn't write them. Musically, the verses in this song are inspired by the Heretic Anthem. And then the chorus is inspired by Do or Die by Machine Head. Alright, sorry about that. I had to mute for a second. Anyways. Yeah. Verses are inspired by Slipknot Heretic Anthem, and then the chorus is inspired by Do or Die by Machine Head with the, chords. And it's got the sick breakdown, and obviously the solo. Really not much to say about this one. Oh yeah, funny story. Everyone loves that Corey, Iowa-esque scream at the beginning. I actually didn't record that for the album. I was in this Instagram group, and for whatever fucking reason, I decided to say, "Hey guys, I can scream," and I did that scream in a voice message. So that scream you hear on Hatred, I originally sent to an Instagram chat group, or group chat, whatever. Then I listened back to it, and I was like, dude, that scream is too good not to use somewhere. So I saved it, and then I ended up using it for that opening scream on Hatred. It's a pretty funny story behind that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that again for the re-recording. I might just reuse it and then layer a lower scream behind it. But yeah, I'll figure out something in order to use that. But yeah, definitely an awesome song. Really proud of that one, and I'm glad you guys like it too. And a very missed opportunity. The song is 4 minutes and 14 seconds long. I'm pretty weird about song lengths. I picked that length for the song pretty meticulously because Slipknot's Heretic Anthem is also 4 minutes and 14 seconds long. Just something about songs that are 4 minutes and 14 seconds long, man. They're so fucking full of hate and rage. I don't know why I'm fucking weird. Missed opportunity to release it as a single on April 14th, 2020, last year, which is 4/14. I don't know why I didn't do that. I think I had to work that day and I just got sidetracked and completely forgot about it. And that was a Tuesday as well. So music usually comes out Tuesdays and Fridays. Well, Fridays is usually when real albums come out. And then Tuesday is usually when singles are put out, I guess. For the most part, I thought it was. Alright, so Dylan says, for the most part, I thought of the most pissed off, hate-fueled lyrics and wrote them down. I was listening to Slipknot's self-titled album at the time, so some of the lyrics are based rhythmically off some of those songs. Yeah, man, these are great lyrics, man. Awesome stuff. Interesting to hear that story. I can definitely see. I think I changed around some of the lyrics, but I didn't actually write any of my own. I just reordered some of the lyrics for the chorus, I think. But yeah, awesome lyrics. Alright, let's get into another one of my favorite songs on the album, Generation of Absurdity, track 5. That was Generation of Absurdity. I fucking love that song. Very proud of that one. Sort of a funny story about this song. I actually had to redo all of the vocals. I had the vocals done. I was really happy with them. And then for whatever fucking reason, the GarageBand glitched out and I lost my vocal takes for whatever fucking reason. So that was really shitty. Had to redo the vocals. Musically, this song is inspired by Cleansation by Chimera. That fucking... I'll play guitar for you guys for a second. So I'm sure it's annoying if I sing everything, but... Yeah, so Chimera has that riff that goes in Cleansation that goes... What the hell? There we go. You know that. And then I took that and I kind of changed the rhythm up. So like... So yeah. Probably sounds like shit. But yeah, I kind of took that and then changed it up. And then... I'm trying to think if I took inspiration from anything else. Not really. The really groovy riff in the middle is kind of inspired by a Phase Shift song. If you guys have heard of the game Phase Shift, it's basically like Guitar Hero. But on PC a while back, I posted a drum chart for it. And there was a song that had a riff that kind of sounded like the one you hear later in the song. So the... I fucked that up. So that type of deal right there. It's not exact, but definitely took inspiration from that. And the the drum beat I put over the second part of that is blatantly fucking stolen from the Negative One by Slipknot. Like the part where he goes, the nation, the quotient, the blah blah, they all will fall. The beat that Jay plays. It's basically a basic 4/4 beat that with the hands, but then it's little quad fills thrown in between. So basically that type of thing. Maybe it's not exact, but it's pretty damn close. Anyways, getting into the lyrics. More shit about society and how fucking stupid humanity is. Mankind is a stain on the earth. Everyone sucks from the moment of birth. We are doomed and there's no excuse. I'm so sick of you all that I could puke. It's basically just feeling like you're the only one who's aware to what's happening in the world and just pissed off about how oblivious everyone is that we are killing ourselves in terms of the shit we do and how it's not changing and how mankind literally is a stain on the earth with all the shit that we do to the planet. And then a generation, the chorus, a generation that worships false idols and gods, a generation that will fail against all odds, a generation of unrivaled stupidity, a generation of absurdity. So basically, generation that worships false idols and gods, besides the God thing, which is obvious, but false idols about how people worship fucking morons like Cardi B. Who else is like, I don't know. Cardi B's a big one. I can't really think of any ones off the top of my head, but yeah, Cardi B is a fucking piece of shit. Not only does she make shitty fucking music, but she used to be a stripper, and to get by, she would fucking drug and rob men. And everybody just fucking says, yeah, go off, girl, you just needed to do what you had to do to survive. Meanwhile, if a guy did the same exact fucking thing, he'd be in jail for life. So, fuck off, Cardi B. Anyways, And then a generation of unrivaled stupidity about how the current generation is a bunch of fucking morons for the most part. There are a few good people, but the reason I was so depressed in high school is just because I fucking hated everyone. Not everyone, obviously. I had a lot of cool teachers. I had some friends. I'm talking about the people, the general people. About how fucking stupid they were, about following a bunch of fucking trends, and all this fucking bullshit about pop music. Now, I was so tired of hearing about it. I just wanted to slam my head against the desk. Anyways, the second verse, to almost kill yourself from an overdose, go right back to doing it, comatose. You think you're so cool and tough, but in reality, you're a fucking idiot. So this riff is kind of this verse is kind of poorly written, but I really didn't care. This is a true story about how a friend of mine got into drugs, got into heavy drinking, and almost drank himself to death. I think this fucking guy had like a bottle of vodka, a few beers, numerous shots, and he got alcohol poisoning. He almost died. And then a few weeks later, he went right back to drinking. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know if you think you're fucking cool or something, but yeah, you're a fucking idiot. That's basically what that verse is about. Generation, and we're supposed to, of course, again. When the world goes up in flames, you will blame everyone but yourselves. When you point your finger, there's three pointing back. We are our own worst enemy. So that's kind of a cool little line I threw in there. I didn't come up with that. I heard somebody else say it. But yeah, point your finger right now. Count how many fingers are pointing back. 3. So yeah, very, very cool lyric, I think, there. Unoriginal, but cool. And then obviously when the world goes up in flames, you will blame everyone but yourself. Pretty self-explanatory. We are our own worst enemy. Things were just fine before we got here. Things will be better when we're not here again, alluding to the damage we've done to society, to the planet, blah, blah, blah. The human race is worthless, repeated, and then bringing it all back with the chorus again. So yeah, definitely very, very happy with this song. Looking forward to re-recording it. I'm going to pour lots of anger and rage into it. It's going to be great. Alright, let's get into another banger, the fucking linchpin for the whole album, Fake Religion.
We pray to thee, our God, this day, for the blessings you provide. But from ashes to ashes, and from dust to dust, so it must be. But keep this woman, O King of Kings, beneath thy almighty wings. O God, the spirit of all our joys, the cause of our delights, the glory of our darkest nights, and the comfort at times like these.
Alright, so yeah, as I said, that's the linchpin for this whole album, this whole project, really. A linchpin holds with me. No, not the Fear Factory song. Anyways, um, yeah, in the whole context of the album, this one really doesn't fit lyrically, but it's whatever, I guess. Yeah, the first song I ever wrote for Morticide, the lyrics are half is Dylan again, Official Lunatic, and half of it's mine. It's mostly his lyrics, though. Can't give me up, Paul! Alright, anyways. Can't live without Paul! Yeah. Dylan, if you want. No, you can't! So, Dylan, if you want, you could explain what inspired your portion of the lyrics, and then basically for mine, I grew up in. I grew up with Christian parents, and obviously I went to church. I did religion class, but it was never really forced upon me. It was never really, you have to go, you have to wake up at 8 a.m. every Sunday to go to church. It's not like very strict, but I just grew up in a semi-religious household. You know, we were believers. Well, my parents still are. I'm not. I haven't told them yet. I probably never will. It's really nothing too serious because we never talk about religion at all. But anyways, yeah. So I did grow up in a Christian household, but not. It wasn't forced upon me. Like I said, it's not like you have to go to church every Sunday. But I did go to church every now and then, and I did have to do religion classes, which is like school. But I only went there a few times a month, really, if that. And yeah, they were fucking boring. My God. Fucking years of my life wasted right there. And yeah, I just was like, I don't fucking believe in this shit. I really don't. And yeah, the reason I just don't believe in God is that you can't prove that it's real, really. Like, we don't know what happens when we die. You really can't. I mean, there's some people who have, like, somehow, like, overdosed and came back to life and claim that they saw God or something, or they saw hell or something. We don't know. They could be full of shit. I don't really want to guess what happens when we die. I would like to imagine that it's just darkness, right? I think that's what everybody envisions, but who knows? Maybe reincarnation is a thing, and you just keep going to the next life, and you don't remember the previous life. We really don't know. I didn't mean to get all fucking spiritual on you guys, but anyways, verse 1. Oh, about the music of this song, really nothing inspired the music. I just came up with it. Some of the most simple riffs ever. I put no music theory into this album because I didn't know shit about music theory. I just wrote what sounded cool. And if I heard a riff in another song I liked, I tried to learn it by ear and change it around a little bit, so obviously it wouldn't be that obvious that I completely stole it. Now that I do know more about music theory, I will definitely incorporate that into the next Morticide album, whatever it is, whether it be End It All. Well, if I do End It All, it won't really be music theory based because it's more of a new metal / groove metal type thing, so it'll be lots of chugging, lots of simple riffs, but the Revelation is sort of this thrashy metalcore album that I am, excuse me again, that I am toying around with. So there will definitely be more music theory on that, and the bonus track for One with the Darkness, The Swirling Winds of Our Demise, has some music theory in it as well. And then I'm also thinking of another album that is more death metal influenced, and it is called Death Cannot Hold Those Without Purpose. No, Death Cannot Hold Those With Purpose. And I got that title from God of War. Athena says it in God of War 3. Alright, so Dylan says, mainly this was about religious hypocrisy, how it causes war and violence, and how it's dogmatic. I never grew up in a religious background, so it wasn't enforced upon me. So yeah, that's kind of me as well. Yeah, I did grow up in a religious background, but yeah, it was never enforced on me. So basically the same thing for me. And basically my side of the lyrics are just about how we can't prove God's real. So I don't see what the point is in believing in it. Who knows? Maybe it is real, and I'll go to hell and get butt raped by Satan. I don't know. And the fire of flames, a flame's gonna come out of your butthole. The fire's burning in hell. Shit like that. So yeah, let's get into lyrics. Verse 1, disasters, division, no human Gemini. Your false religion leads us to genocide. Eternally fucked, no exceptions unless you consider war, love, and affection. Believed by the sheep, you own the herd. Don't need to say another word. Manipulate them more for yourself. Keep your slaves feeling like themselves. So yeah, these are Dylan's lyrics. I didn't write them. My basic interpretation is, yeah, about how religion is very hypocritical. How it does lead to war and violence, and about how people, priests just command the herd. Basically, there's people that are very, very sheepish towards religion, and priests just manipulate them. And then the chorus, where is your God when thousands are dead? Your fake religion is fucking dead. So basically just saying about if God really does exist, how is he fucking things up? How do we have a pandemic? How do so many people fucking die? Obviously people are going to die anyways, but there's lots of preventable deaths out there. And then verse 2, this is kind of half and half. I wrote half and then Dylan wrote half. Your prayers will never be answered. Don't even waste your breath. There is no God to save you in the moment of death. And Dylan wrote, suicide is a sin. I wonder why. Guess it's to cover up the bullshit, lies, fake sheep don't abide. We'll pray for them even though we want them to die. But yeah. Very true. And then the bridge, I wrote this one. You pray to a God that you cannot see. The holy day is not Sunday. The holy day is not any day. Really, your religion cannot be. And then the chorus repeated twice, and then the outro, years of our lives wasted, believing in this bullshit, Bible the book of lies. It's time to see religion die. Very happy lyrics right there. So yeah, it's a great song, like I said, linchpin for the whole album. Basically set this whole project off, and I'm very happy that this came to be. I really cannot believe this album is 1 year already. Very proud with how this album came out. I'm gonna be even prouder when it's re-recorded. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it done by August 13th. I think I will. I'm focusing on my classes right now. Really not doing good in school, but I'm gonna try to pull it together. Holy shit! Yeah, I think my classes end like the first week of May or something. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Yeah, let's get into the next song, track 7, Decaying Society. And also about the vocals, they are kind of inconsistent on this album. Obviously it's going to sound better in the re-recording because I'm better with vocals now. The vocals are kind of inconsistent on this album. Fake Religion and Dark Thoughts were recorded very early in the recording process for this album, and the vocals sound a bit more, I don't know, they just sound a bit more weak than the rest of the album. I had a good sleep, honestly. I laid down at like 8 o'clock after work, and I dozed off for like 45 minutes, and I woke up, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just go to bed. So yeah, probably got like 8 hours. I got a full night's sleep, man. It's cool. Yeah, I listened to this album, and I just can't believe I wrote it. Like, not to ramble on too much, but it's really crazy to have your own album out there, like, for people to listen to and take their own meaning from it. Like Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage said, once you put out an album, it's not yours anymore. It's the fans' album, and that could not be truer. Like, the fact that you guys listen to this album, like it, even relate to the songs, I just can't thank you enough. That's the ultimate compliment of a musician, that people like your music and relate to your music and, like, fucking care about it. It's crazy. I can't thank you guys enough. But let's get in to the 7th track, Decaying Society. Another favorite on the album. I like this one a lot too. Let's hear it. Alright, that was Decaying Society. Okay, these last 3 tracks are fucking brutal for me to listen to. Explaining them is not going to be fun, but let's get into Decaying Society. So, lyrically, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. Really proud of these lyrics. Musically, the verses are inspired by Alone in the Morgue by Whitechapel. Kind of that jun 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 jun. That sound right there. The opening drum fill is kind of an interpretation of a WWE theme song has a drum fill like that, so I just kind of stole it. The rest I basically came up with on my own. I wrote the that part listening to Ministry Rio Grande Blood. I didn't really take inspiration from it, but I just wrote it while listening to it. Yeah. The solo is kind of something I just came up with on my own. It's not really the most original solo in the world, but yeah. There's no riff behind it because I didn't even know what to put behind it. Maybe on the re-recording I'll figure out a riff that would work well under it. But I think that one changes times a bit. I think it has like 3/4 and 4/4 sections. And then yeah, that dual part is going to sound better because I know how to do corrective guitar harmonies now. I didn't know how to do it on this album. I copied and pasted the same thing and then I just kept raising it up half step by half step until it was like, yeah, that sounds cool. Whatever. Yeah. So the lyrics are about decaying society. Who would have guessed? Pissing your intelligence away every fucking day. Kind of inspired by Slayer. In Payback, pissing your common sense away. I think it's in Payback. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's in Payback. Yeah, pissing your intelligence away every fucking day. First verse, another massacre, disaster, blame it on everything except the culprit. No one wants to use their heads. Your thoughts and prayers don't mean shit when hundreds are dead. I am so proud of that verse. Words cannot express. So yeah, basically about how when a mass shooting happens or any kind of violent act happens, people are so quick to blame video games, music, violent movies, violent media, when they don't address the real fucking topics of mental health, mental disorders. That's what really makes people kill each other, not fucking Grand Theft Auto. Alright? A normal, sane person doesn't play Grand Theft Auto and be like, yeah, let me go out on the street and steal somebody's car, get into a cop chase, fuck a prostitute, and then kill her to get my money back. Like, no sane person thinks that. Okay? These fucking fucked up people in the heads, they see what happens on the screen in their Call of Duties and their GTAs. They can't distinguish that with real life. So they think it's okay to go out and do those things. Video games aren't the fucking problem. For most people, at least. Obviously, fucked up people will think that's okay to do in real life. It's not. So yeah, no one wants to use their heads. Your thoughts and prayers don't mean shit when hundreds are dead. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Shit. Alright, sorry. Yeah. Your thoughts and prayers don't mean shit when hundreds are dead. Very proud of that line. About how whenever a fucking shooting happens or any kind of violent act happens, you always get these fucking comments flooding the comment section. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family. What the fuck does that do for somebody who just lost their son, their daughter, their father, their mother, their brother, or their sister? What do your thoughts and prayers do? They do nothing. They do nothing. There's no fucking point in saying that. Alright. Again, pissing your intelligence away every fucking day. Every day this hatred grows stronger. I can't fucking take it any longer. Believing everything you read on the fucking screen. Your stupidity makes me want to fucking scream. So about these people that just believe everything they read, they don't fucking question anything. I fucking hate them. Alright. The chorus. This world has gone to shit. Ignorance was the death of it. From society, we need sobriety. Decaying society. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't really need to explain it. I refuse to follow your trends. I refuse to fall for your lies. I dare to be different. I dare to think for myself. Again, just being a wolf among the sheep. Questioning things. Not believing everything you read. Exercising critical thinking. And being an intelligent person. Alright? And then pissing your intelligence away every single fucking day. Blah, blah, blah. This world's gone to shit. Yeah. You get it. Alright, let's get in to track 8, Dark Thoughts. Yes, that was Dark Thoughts. Title is pretty self-explanatory. Musically, um, I wasn't really listening to Lamb of God when I made this album. I hadn't really gotten into them yet, but the pre-verse thing, the den 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 den, is actually pretty similar to what I've become, like the den 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 den, you know. But I hadn't heard that song when I made this song. It's kind of a coincidence. The verse riff is pretty inspired by Sons of Man by Killswitch Engage. Kind of, I'm terrible at fucking singing, so I'll just stop it. Stop the cringy shit. And then the ending breakdown is a terrible rendition of Articulo Mortis by Whitechapel. The riff in that song is like dun 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 dun, and then mine was dun 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 dun. So kind of similar, kind of not, really not. Anyways, and then more sad shit in the lyrics. Basically about just being torn down every day by negative people and just wanting to forget everything they've said, but you can't, and blah blah blah. these lyrics come from a very dark place. I was borderline ready to fucking end it when I wrote these, so that's why these 3 tracks are not very fun to listen to or explain, but I will do it for you guys. Verse 1, everything you've done, repeating in my head, making my brain numb, the dark thoughts ahead. So I was originally gonna deliver these lyrics in a faster way, like everything you've done, repeating in my head, making my brain numb. But I was struggling to enunciate the words properly, speaking that fast, so I just slowed it down into what you hear now. Hold on, I gotta mute for a second. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Somebody just came home. I didn't want them to be heard on the stream if they said hello. Anyways, alright, I'm back. Alright, so yeah, so I was originally gonna deliver them in a much faster way, but I was struggling to enunciate the words properly, talking that or screaming that fast, doing vocals that fast, whatever. I could probably do it now, but obviously I'm gonna re-record it. I'm gonna keep the vocals that you hear, the slower one, like everything. How do they go? I forgot how the lyrics go, but like everything you've done, repeating in my head. I don't know. However the vocals are in the song, they're much slower than I originally was going to make them. So yeah. The darkness grows inside when I'm all alone. There's no place left to hide. Can't this just be gone? Yeah. Cry me a river. I'm trying my best to forget the damage you've done. No matter how hard I try, I can't forget. So yeah, just trying to hold on. Back again. Sorry about that. Alright, where were we? Yes, yeah, so just trying to forget everything this negative person has done to you, but failing. Yep. And then the chorus, no one can save me from the pain deep inside, so I will lay back and die. So this is like the only song on the album where the title of the song isn't said in the chorus. It comes from a lyric in verse 1. So yeah. And then verse 2, trying to forget everything you've said. I know one day I'll be dead. Force these words from my head or I'll blow them out instead. So yeah. The suicidal thoughts, that dwelling on the negative things this person has said to you can bring about. And just wanting to forget what they've said or done to you. And yeah, just not wanting to deal with it. Yeah. Pre-chorus 2, I try my best to hide this pain and fix it on my own. My every attempt is in vain. So yeah, I was holding it in when I felt these things. Didn't talk to anyone. I felt like I couldn't talk to anyone. I'd get laughed at, or they'd think I was just trying to get sympathy or something. I don't know why I thought that. I have a pretty good support structure here at home, so I don't know. I think that coupled with the anxiety, I just couldn't bring myself to discuss these things, but yeah. writing these lyrics definitely helped, and recording the song definitely helped as well. And I'm pretty much over it right now. I still deal with anxiety, but depression comes and goes. I don't really deal with it that much, though, thankfully. And then the breakdown / outro, "This miserable life is a lie," repeated numerous times. Alright, let's get into the most painful song on the album for me, "Burial of Pain." Alright, so that was Burial of Pain. Definitely the hardest song on the album for me to listen to. And Dark Thoughts and Endings are pretty tough, but yeah, this one is fucking brutal to listen to. Jesus Christ. Yeah, those verses fucking kill me. Alright, so this is kind of a more black-ish type song. I was very inspired by Silencer when I made this, so the opening clean intro is very inspired by the intro of Death Pierced Me by Silencer. And down, that riff later in the song is also inspired by Silencer. This song is basically about like hiding depression from everybody and lots of self-hatred. So yeah, Epitaph of Joy, Birth of Agony, Peace of Mind, Disdain, Burial of Pain. Verse 1, when I look in the mirror, I hate what I see. Can't believe the person staring back is me. I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to lay here and rot. Outside I'm happy as can be, but inside I'm fucking dying. Yep. Basically, lots of self-hatred and just wanting to lay in bed and not do anything, just sleep the whole day away, and putting on a mask and hiding your pain from everybody. Chorus again, and then it goes into this clean set. So this song only has one verse. It's kind of weirdly structured. And I don't want you to know, you want to understand. If you ever hear this, I'm sorry. So not wanting to tell your loved ones, and from a personal standpoint, if my family ever hears the song, basically an apology for never letting them know. And then I let out a very heartbreaking scream after that. And then you go back into the chorus again. And you got the thunderstorm samples at the beginning and end of the song. I thought that was very appropriate. So, yeah. Let's get into the final song, All Endings Must First Begin. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. One with the Darkness. Overall, pretty proud of that album. I think it came out really well. And of course, the re-recorded version comes out Friday, August 13th, exactly 4 months from today. Or no, 5 months, right? Yeah, 8/13, 5 months. All right. Yeah. Yeah, 5 months from today. Re-recorded version comes out. All right. I can't math. Anyways. More depression shit in this song. Can't really think of any blatant inspirations from this song musically. I think most of it I just came up with myself. Obviously, the ending breakdown is a shameful ripoff of This Is Exile by Whitechapel. The This world is us. Like the you know. Yeah, so let's get into the lyrics. As I venture into the catacombs of my mind, emptiness is the only thing that I find. I can't seem to cool this heart of ice, but the fires of hell should suffice. So just feeling empty, cold inside, and not really thinking anything can fix it. Now that I've discovered the darkness within, I've realized all endings must first begin. I just kind of wrote that on a whim. There's no real meaning to that, so just take that as you will. Trying to hold all the pain in, all the gods in the world couldn't stop this bleeding. The seething rage is just the coming of age, but I have no courage. Just holding everything inside, not telling anybody, just imploding. The chorus twice. I'm a burden to you all, a complete fucking failure. I'm the reason you can't enjoy anything. Your lives would be better if I just killed myself. Ooh, I don't like reading that. Anyways, just feeling like a burden to everybody you love, feeling like you ruin everything, just feeling like they'd be better off without you. Brutal shit. And then the only clean vocals on this album, kind of inspired by Bring Me Home by Whitechapel. How does he sing it? Wait, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. The let me stay here forever. Like that part. Yeah, kind of inspired by that. So take me away and end this life, obviously. And then at the end, I brought back A Taste of Evil. I thought that was really cool to just tie it together, sort of like the beginning and end to a story. So yeah. That's it, guys. That's the whole album. So stick around. I got a treat for you guys. I just wanted to get you guys' overall thoughts on the album. What would you guys rate this album out of 10? Please be honest. If I had to rate it, I'd probably rate it like a 6.5 to a 7 in its current state. You could bump that up a point maybe when the re-recorded version comes out, but I think it's a really good effort for my first album, and I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah. I don't want to see any 10s, that's just dishonest, but yeah, 9. Oh my god, dude, thank you. Yeah, that means a lot, guys. 7.5 to 8, yeah. Awesome, thank you guys. So there will be 2 bonus tracks on the re-recorded version. The first one is The Swirling Winds of Our Demise, which I am about to play you guys an instrumental demo of that. And then the second one is a cover of the Machine Head song Beautiful Morning. So really awesome song, very special song for me because that was the first Machine Head song I ever heard. I heard it back in Guitar Hero Metallica, so I've known this song for ages before I even got into Machine Head. I got into Machine Head about 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago this month I got into them. I checked out The Blackening. Because I re-listened to Beautiful Morning after years of not hearing it because I heard it in Guitar Hero Metallica, like I said. And yeah, I looked up that song. I saw everybody was hailing The Blackening as an amazing album. I checked it out, and an amazing album it fucking was. That album fucking rules. I would go on to say that it's the Master of Puppets of the 2000s. It's that fucking good. It's just a goddamn masterpiece. So covering that song will be very special. I will tune it down to drop B like it originally is. The rest of the album was written in C standard, but I converted it to drop C so I could play the one finger power chords just to make it a bit easier to play, since guitar is not my main instrument. My main instrument is obviously the drums and vocals. But yeah. The cover of Beautiful Morning will unfortunately only be available on digital releases. I release my music through DistroKid, and they have this wonderful service where you just tell them the name of the artist and the name of the original song, and they handle all the copyright bullshit for you. They make sure the artist gets properly paid, the proper things are taken care of. They take care of all that bullshit for you, but that does not translate to physical releases. So if I tried to release that on the CD version, which hopefully will be out on release day, I can't guarantee it. It might be out a little bit later, but it will definitely be out on digital platforms August 13th. I can't guarantee that CDs will be available on August 13th. It all depends on when I actually get the album fully completed, which hopefully I will be done with that by mid-July. I don't want to wait till the last minute. So I'm going to really start hitting tracking hard in May. And then I got June and July. So I got like 2.5 months to track. And I'm really going to hit it hard. I'm going to work every fucking day. And I think I will be able to do it. And then the bonus track that will be on both the digital and physical version of One with the Darkness we recorded is The Swirling Winds of Our Demise, which is a song I've been sitting on for about a year. Excuse me. Sorry, fucking drank Mountain Dew. I got a burp. Mountain Dew, best soda. Sorry. Alright, so yeah, I wrote it. Me and my family go up to Lake Placid here in New York every March and July for vacation. And last year in March, the wind at night was fucking brutal. I could not sleep. It was like 12. It was like going on 1 o'clock, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to write some lyrics. So I basically wrote lyrics about that, and I'll read you the lyrics for sure. Basically, I just made some poetic lyrics, and I just made it about this wind that fucking kills people or whatever. So verse 1, how can we sleep at night with the endless winds howl? Wide awake, frozen with fright as it covers nature with its cowl. Pre-chorus, 12:50 a.m., no sleep for you and I, restless we remain as we toss and turn. Chorus, the swirling winds of our demise, stripping the flesh from our bones. Swirling winds of our demise, disturbing the peace in our homes. Verse 2, nothing can block out the noise of Mother Nature's barrage. Is this what she considers poised, this elemental entourage? Pre-chorus, again, 12:50 a.m., no sleep for you and I, restless we remain, stagnant in frustration. Chorus again, swirling winds of our demise, stripping the flesh from our bones. Swirling winds of our demise, disturbing the peace in our homes. And this little bridge, down it comes, the swirling winds of our demise, stripping the flesh from our bones, tearing away at our souls. How can we rest with the thoughts of the world racing through our heads? Down from the crest, it won't stop until everyone is dead. Yeah. I might tweak those lyrics a little bit. It's not final and all. And this demo I'm about to play you is not the final instrumental as well. This isn't a studio instrumental, by the way. This is just a guitar profile that I wrote. I write all my songs in Guitar Pro. It's a great writing tool. So yeah, it's not going to sound realistic. This is just a general grasp of what the song will sound like. I figured I would do it as a treat for you guys. I'm pretty sure I don't have to play you Beautiful Morning, but I could play. I'll play you Beautiful Morning after I play the demo of this song, because Beautiful Morning is just a fucking killer song, but I know you guys have heard it already. Anyways, here's the instrumental demo for The Swirling Winds of Our Demise. Again, not a studio instrumental, just a Guitar Pro instrumental. And this is not the final instrumental. I think I might change around a few parts, but yeah. Here it is. Swirling Winds of Our Demise demo. Alright, so that was the demo for The Swirling Winds of Our Demise. Yeah, a bit more melodic than the rest of the song, or the rest of the album. It's not really connected to the rest of the album. It's more of its own song. I'm going to release it as a single at some point before the album is out. But yeah, as I said, that's not the final instrumental. I might change around a few parts, but I really love that fucking bridge riff. I came up with that riff a while ago, and I finally fucking figured it out. So this one. Yeah, that riff. Fucking love that riff. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Do you guys like the way that sounds? Hopefully you do. And to close everything off, I am going to play Beautiful Morning by Machine Head. I'm going to be covering this song for One with the Darkness. It's going to be a lot of fun. See how let's cap the night off with some Machine fucking Head. Beautiful Morning.
This will be over. My oppression, I fear I'm lost. Who is this man I see? Mirror, the flames of stranger. These shadows for despair. Awake, the pain to wake up.
that song, man. It's gonna be quite the task covering that song. I mean, it's not overly complex. Really, the only hard part will be the solo, which is actually pretty easy for most Machine Head solos. There's a few speedy parts, but really it's a short solo. I think I can pull off the cleans. They're a bit high for me, but I think I can do it. And obviously my scream is way different than Rob's, but I'm gonna try my best to replicate it the best I can. Or you know what? I'll just do my own thing because it's a cover. Really, it's meant to sound what it would sound like if I wrote the song, so I'm probably not going to try to copy Rob's vocals too much. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. 1 year of One with the Darkness. Pretty fucking crazy. I completely forgot to fucking mention that if you go to my Teespring store, which I will put in the comments right now. God, I fucking forgot to mention this. If you go to my Teespring store, which I will put in the chat right now, you can get 25% off anything and everything at checkout with the code OWTD1. So you can get 25% off. I was going to do 50% off, but you can't do 50% off apparently because it cuts too much into your profits, which I don't really care about. Am I streaming this page? Oh shit. I didn't realize it was streaming that page. Oh shit. But yeah, if you use the code OWTD at checkout, you can get 25% off everything in your cart. So yeah, I'll just demonstrate that. WTD1. So in my cart, I have One with the Darkness t-shirt, $19.99. $3 with shipping. Same with the Hatred shirt. Put in OWTD1. Takes off $5 of each of them, which brings, hold on. So without the code, it's $47.96 to get both of those shirts. With the code, it is, hold on, Jesus Christ. With the code, it's $37.96. So yeah, if you buy 2 shirts, you get $10 off. It's a pretty fucking sick deal. So if you want to buy a shirt, please do. It's not required, obviously, but it would mean the world. Hopefully the printing's good. I don't know how the printing is. I'll have to order a sample shirt for myself. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. It means the world to me. Peace the fuck out.